there, Brandon here, founder and chief travel advisor at Mainstage Travel, and welcome to our first Let's Talk Travel. Now, I'm so excited to be bringing this first Let's Talk Travel video to you. It's an idea that I've had in my head swirling around for a while now, and I'm so excited to be bringing this video to you and that you are watching it today. So I'm sure you're probably asking, well, what is Let's Talk Travel? Well, I think today is a fitting video to answer that question, as well as talk a little bit about Mainstage Travel and its beginnings. So I'll begin. Brandon, like I said here, Chief Travel Advisor and founder of Mainstage Travel. I began Mainstage Travel in October of 2011, and I started it after a mediocre experience. A family vacation was booked on several of our first cruise with a travel agent and travel agency. And the experience with the agent was really not personal and a bit cold, as well as the product that a lot of us went on for our first cruise. I would say was probably not the best product for my family. I'm sure there was something out there that was better, that would have suited us more appropriately, and that wasn't the product we sailed on. So after that sailing, I took a few months, researched the industry, and then I dove headfirst in and began Mainstage Travel. But for my first, I would say, couple of years, I focused solely on education and not marketing or selling. And that's because the type of person I am, I want to know how things work. And so I didn't just want to, brush up on my geography or learn what properties were in which locations or destinations, but I really wanted to immerse myself and understand the industry, to understand why a certain supplier is better for a destination than another, to understand why certain companies and how certain companies are vertically aligned. For example, knowing company X is sister company with company Y, and that company Z is the parent company, to me, helps me service my client better. Even though this may not factor at all into my client's decision, it helps me make a more informed decision where I can service my clients much better because I've chosen the right partners on the back end. So a little nerdy, but that's what I dove headfirst in and really started learning. And then it was time to choose a name. My background, I went to school for theater design and production, so technical theater, all the backstage stuff. But I thought of Mainstage Travel and I thought how that correlated with my customer experience. I wanted to make my customer the star. I wanted to put them in their vacation in the spotlight, thus Mainstage Travel. Also, not Mainstage Travel in the UK, but Mainstage Travel based in California. Yeah, we've been mixed up a couple of times. But I thought that correlated very well to making my client and their trip the spotlight. I rebranded in the beginning of last year, I created a new slogan, which is your front row seat to paradise. And it's what I want to do. I want to provide my clients with that front row, unobstructed view experience in every trip that they go on. Secondly, I found correlations with my education in technical theater. The customer is watching that show front and center, not knowing all of the inner workings that are happening backstage. And so I thought, again, what a great correlation. I do a lot of things on the back end. I'm constantly working, making new connections, networking, and learning so that my client's experience there on the front end is as seamless and is as wonderful as possible. So I thought a lot of great correlations there with the name Mainstage Travel, with the travel industry and being a travel professional. And so fast forward 7+ years, here we are today, focusing on individual and group travel to warm weather destinations in an all-inclusive style. So while yes, that does include all-inclusive resorts, it also includes cruising and really packaging to put everything together so that when the clients travel, they really don't have to worry about anything. Everything has been taken care of up front. So that's a little bit about the history and the background and how Mainstage Travel came to be. Now talking about this video and our subsequent videos, the Let's Talk Travel series. There's a lot of content out there right now about travel, from influencers just taking you kind of a diary experience along with them, to other travel agents doing tours of cruise ships and tours of resorts, as well as content from the suppliers themselves selling their product. But what I wanted to do is focus this Let's Talk Travel series a little differently. I wanted to first and foremost allow my current and future clients to hear and understand my voice. Working with a travel professional is like working with any other professional, your hairstylist or your tax person or your lawyer. There are many professionals out there that can do the job, but you really work with and stay with one of those professionals that you get to like, know, and trust, and that you form a relationship with. And so first and foremost, a lot of my business is virtual, but I wanted to create an outlet so that clients could understand my voice, where I stand in the industry, and really get to know me while they're working with me or before choosing to work with me in Mainstage Travel. The second bit was I felt like a lot of the agent or travel professional and or supplier videos were really about the sale. And I wanted to focus on giving clients and prospective clients just information that will make their process much easier, give them information to use when deciding on their next trip, and make this format less about the sale. So really this is informative and less about closing the sale. Now, granted, Mainstage Travel is a business and we do want to close sales, but this platform isn't necessarily for that. And then lastly, for those of you that may be tuning in saying, okay, when is he going to get to talking about the deals or how much money he can save us? Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but deal is not in my vocabulary or the vocabulary at Mainstage Travel. So sorry. So if you're going to tune out now, please do so. I will caveat that and say deal is not in the vocabulary, because I think deal is associated with getting something of extraordinary value for a low dollar amount. And I'm of the opinion that you get what you pay for, and that really doesn't exist. However, my goal with all of my clients is to make sure they get the best value for their dollar. And that goes beyond just presenting a deal, but that comes from me really getting to know and learning the client and understanding what their expectations are, understanding, sort of how they walk through life, to make sure I really understand what they value, and then equate that with a product where that value, they'll see the value for the amount of money they're going to spend on their vacation. So again, no deals, but please know that my goal is always to make sure each and every one of my clients gets the best value for their dollar. There will be occasions now where I think that maybe something in the marketplace a supplier is offering, or a supplier in general, really does offer a significant value for their dollar figure, and I may bring those to you from time to time. Again, those will be probably far and few in between, because I think a lot of sales or specials are smoke and mirrors, but there are occasions where they come out and I'm like, wow, that's my client would get a lot for their dollar in that scenario. So I will certainly bring those to you as well. So with that, I want to keep these somewhat short and sweet. I don't want to take much time in your day. So I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about myself and the beginnings of Mainstage Travel. And hopefully the content that I covered here and plan to cover will have you tuning in for every Let's Talk Travel with Mainstage Travel. If you like this video, please make sure you do click the like button. If you want to make sure you're alerted of all of our upcoming videos, make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, or if there's a topic you want to see covered, please put that in the comments below. But with that, again, thank you for tuning in, and happy traveling.